There are a lot of misconceptions about the metronome, and today I'm going to be telling you about them. One is that you only use the metronome when you're first learning a piece, and that's not really true. You do use it when you're first learning the piece, but you also use it all through your life for as long as you are learning and playing hard pieces. Metronomes don't only fix timing, they also work as note checkers, because when you're playing a piece slowly with the metronome, it gives you time to make sure that you're playing each note right. When you play a piece fast, however, without the metronome, you don't have time to make sure each note is right. You just rush through it and may play wrong notes without even noticing. Long ago, back when my piano teacher, Yuri Leinik, was studying for his master's degree, he knew some people and he was allowed to sneak up into the balcony of this massive auditorium where hundreds of feet below, a famous pianist was going to be practicing for a concert the next day. And what the pianist did was he pulled out a metronome and put it on a really slow pace and began playing his song along with the metronome. And what he was doing was he was not only checking his timing, but also verifying that his notes were correct as well. And my piano teacher, knowing that he would have a career in music, was so bored by this incredibly slow pace that he got up and walked out of the room. But sometimes boring is good, because like I just said, it helps you to make sure your notes are correct, so you won't mess up in front of people, and make sure your timing is also correct. One thing very few people say on YouTube and on the internet and whatnot is that when you're practicing and you find this section that's very different, that has tricky timing, you should say like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or something like that. You should say the timing, because that really helps you to get the timing right. And also, when you're playing on a hard piece, as you can see here, the metronome has a lot of different speeds, from this really slow speed, it'll do it, come on. Well anyway, it has a very wide range of speeds here that go from really fast to really slow. And what this is useful for, like I said, is to play along with the beat and to not only check to make sure that your timing is correct, that every note falls into the slot where it's supposed to be, but also make sure that your notes are correct. So I'm going to give you a little example of this. This is a piece that I'm working on as an example for you of how to use a metronome. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. I hope you enjoyed our video on how to use a metronome, and I hope it gives you some insight on some things that you haven't seen somewhere else.